All right, good morning, folks. Wanted to talk this morning about nonprofit marketing and more so sort of our philosophy, our ideas toward what our product are. I think for me is certainly coming out of corporate America and coming out of an environment where I understood sales. I understood the sale of a product, of a tangible commodity or something. I think for years I was struggling with, okay, what I've always felt like the marketing we were doing in nonprofit world, i.e. raising donations and getting donations and things. I always felt like it was a lot like sales, very similar to sales, but I never understood like what our product was, like what are we what are we actually selling in the nonprofit world. And I think the reason this became helpful, honestly, was because there's so many amazing sales tactics and strategies and different things, and it's not about really manipulating or anything, but it is about how do you deliver a product that people want, or that people do want. How do you deliver it in such a way that people want it, and you remove those barriers to fear, those barriers to donate. How do you, so that whole sales process, not to diminish the value of course of thinking of it as a donation and as donors and things, but the care that of course comes with what we call customer service, and what we call donor care. And there just were, for years there were so many similarities. I never really could piece together what it was exactly that we were selling. Like, what is our product? And I got to thinking more about this, and finally it began to develop and dawn on me after seeing, now over 100 of our special events, live events where we raise money, and working with tens of thousands of donors online through email marketing and things. It slowly occurred to me that we're in the pain management business as a nonprofit. Our nonprofit management is really pain management. Our nonprofit marketing is really pain management. Now, hear me out here. What I'm talking about is, if you think through, so you and I probably, and most of your team are in a spot when we think about our causes. We're in a spot where we're determined. We hear that need, and we're already in a spot where we're determined to help, and we're doing this. But if you can try to recall this old memory and this old feeling of when you first heard about your cause, or the cause that your dream center is helping out with, and that's how many of our donors, especially new donors, that's the situation they're in. So here's what I mean by pain management. So the truth is, the work that most of us do, if it's homelessness, you got to imagine that moment where a person is sitting at their desk, or sitting, on the couch, scrolling through their laptop, or at the coffee shop, scrolling through their phone, and they see an ad for homelessness, or they see an ad on TV for homelessness. Like, at that moment, here's what happens in their mind, in their emotion, in their building. They instantly conjures up in them painful thoughts, just imaginations that are painful, and some of that pain is for the person you see, whether it's a homeless child or a homeless single man or family or whatever it is. Like, there's pain associated with that. Like, you can do that, and I think this year, a COVID year, more so than any, the base that's out there, the current and potential donor base that's out there, is much more intimate than they ever have been, with the idea that, hey, this could all go to the fan like really quickly. Like, a month after COVID, and you go into the grocery store, or to Walmart or Target or Costco, and you see no toilet paper, you see no paper towels, you see the meat section. I went into one of the grocery stores here a couple weeks after really the shutdowns hit. There was no meat, zero meat in the freezer section. Like I think this year more than ever, people are attuned to, okay, it could be me. Like, it could really be me. So there's there's pain associated with that thought that you've put out there. And secondarily, and in addition to that, think about that person who's sitting there and they see your headline to go to your lead generation page for human trafficking, and it talks about kids being basically raped multiple times for profit in their community. And so that individual sitting there, they read the headline, they see this, that piece, that marketing piece creates a very painful moment in them. And so what I've come to understand about our donor base is that they are on a spectrum where they are constantly moving from pain to pleasure, from pain to pleasure, and the mechanism in the middle is our marketing and our donation engine and things. And so we are moving people from that painful moment to a pleasurable moment, and it satisfies that. So the mechanism we have for the donation or the sponsoring a room or whatever it is, that mechanism is part of managing that pain that people have about your cause. And so we are in the pain management business. The question then still is, what is the product that we're selling? What is the product that we're selling people to help them to manage that pain? And I used to think, well, that the product is a donate to the trafficking program. The product is sponsor a room. The product is help a family have a meal for Christmas. And for a long time, I would focus on that, but I realized that really isn't the project. That's part of the mechanism, but just the program is not the product that you're selling that to customers. Is the product that you're selling is, and this is the term we've sort of coined in our development circles. We sell altruistic experiences that give the donor personal and sometimes public pain management solutions. Like that's what we're doing. We're selling altruistic experiences. And so these altruistic experiences are the pain part of it, the equation, the education part, triggering that pain mechanism that they feel that they want to help your people, but then they have this pain. It also then is about the triggering the mechanism of what can they do about it, and it's the experience of, and it's not just hitting a donate button, it's tying the answer to the pain into the make a donation part. And so that's the experience right there. And so to just go from the copy to the donate button is not a very altruistic experience. And so we've specifically and strategically focused on that experience, that donor experience. And so here's a small example. Rather than putting on the button donate now, you have the wording on the button, the copy on the button matched directly to the mechanism that's in the appeal on the page. So we have appeal that is going right now that is for helping to feed homeless families, low-income families. And so instead of the button saying donate now or give to this, which would be better, but the donate says help feed hungry families, help this family have food. And the same with trafficking, the button, just that whole, you want to make that experience very congruent. And so they'll click on a Facebook ad that is talking about, it's bringing up the pain point of the of human trafficking, and they go to a landing page that has a picture that matches it. So you're carrying that pain point over onto the landing page, and then you have copy on there that describes in even more detail the pain management part of that, and then you get to that donate button, and it doesn't end there though. So after they hit the give to her or help her heal button, the follow-up email continues the story and says, thank you for giving to help her healing. I think very often we run the mistake sometimes when we're building out these donation experience, donor experiences, we very often think that it ends at the moment they hit the donate button, which again should not say donate. It should say, give to her or help her heal. But it doesn't end there. It goes for the email that they get or the text message that they get, but then also, and probably most importantly to us, the landing page after they hit the donate button. Like that needs to continue that experience and continue to say, hey, thanks so much for giving. Like, here's a video showing exactly what we're doing with your gift, and this is who your gift is going to help. And then the next email the next day is saying, hey, we put your gift to use. And it's solidifying again that journey, that altruistic experience, which is our product. So that whole thing, we're selling that experience for our donors. And in their minds, the moment as they go through that experience, the moment they begin to move from pain to pleasure is the real moment that they become that fortified donor. Now, I've seen this in our email marketing and our online marketing, but I've really seen it face to face with our direct event-based fundraising events. And so I'll see we'll have these events where we do paddle raising. You raise your paddle to bid $10,000 or $20,000 to go toward a program, and so every year some of our major donors, we give them tickets. These are very exclusive events. They're invitation only, and we'll have maybe 300 people there. So it's relatively small compared to some of the other events that we do, but it's very specific people in the room. And so we'll have a donor who's already there. They've been through the pain cycle, and now they're on the pleasure cycle. They're giving. And they'll invite 2 or 3 friends, and they'll be sitting at the table, and I'll see from the stage as I'm giving the presentation and as I'm doing the appeals up there, I'll literally see the one person at the one seat who is an ongoing donor, and they're kind of happy, they're kind of like, ready to bid, and they're in, like they know they've already been through the pain part, and they're ready to give. But their friends who are there, hearing for the first time that we served over 300 children, helped recover them in just the last year, most of them locally, and these children spent an average of 154 days in the most brutal form of child rape and trafficking you can imagine, and you can just see it's almost a visceral response. Like you can see the shock and the horror and the pain welling up in them. And I think the thoughts are the pain for the situation I'm describing, but also mentally they're like, I don't have a single person who's ever come to me and not come to me afterwards and talked about this and said, here's what they always say, I have a daughter, or I have a niece, or I have a grandchild, or I do some work at the hospital and I see these kids. I mean, like everybody's got, and so they link this cause that we put out there to painful experiences in their own life. And so you see that different dynamic at the tables, and you see the people who've been donating for a while or have donated before. They know that the pleasure comes, and so you move donors from that painful moment to that healing moment where they know. And the truth is the truth. The truth is, by donating to that, they're accomplishing 2 things. They're accomplishing helping these kids to heal, because the money is used direct for that. We're a 100% organization. 100% of the donation goes direct to services and client care. But you also see that they're also healing that thing that's inside of them. So yes, they like the accolades. Yes, they like the raise the paddle. Yes, they like to have things named after them. But honestly, there's something else going on there internally, and you can either just let it happen and know that it's happening and say, okay, that's fine, or you can specifically and strategically foster that experience, that altruistic experience. So know that we're in nonprofit marketing, we're in the pain management game. Our product is an altruistic experience that helps manage that pain. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this can help you to see the journey that your donors are going on when they click that give to her now, not donate button, but when they click that button, it's a journey that they're on, and it has to do with managing the pain that they have or getting more of the pleasure that they get from giving. So hope that's been helpful. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.